Hi guys, how you doing? Chantal here from Grounded Mind. I wanted to talk today about growth and having a growth kind of mindset. One of the things that I'm very wary of is that the way how I speak about grounding yourself and retraining your brain and all the things I've kind of learned, and talking about fear and neuroplasticity and having a relationship with your symptoms, etc. Once upon a time, I didn't have any of this knowledge, and so I was in a position where I was just going through the motions of dealing with the brain fog, with the tinnitus, with the vertigo, with feeling spaced out, with the paranoia and all those symptoms that I had. And I was in a place where, when I found out about the mind-body approach, that it was a journey. And obviously when you go on a journey, you've got the starting point and you've got the kind of journey that you're going on, which I'm on that journey still now. And so one of the things that I have done through the few years is I've grown, and so the level of where I'll speak about mind body and how you can tackle your symptoms or tackle the fear, etc., has been a journey for me to get to this place. And so I always say, or think, right there, Shan, is how you're explaining things probably at a stage where you're at. Because obviously where I am now, I think I should be saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, da 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 da. But actually, I know I'm speaking to people, especially with a few people that I'm coaching at the moment, is that the knowledge around what you have to do is new. It's new, and even understanding how to get to a position where you'll get a symptom and you tackle it, or you don't fear the symptom. It's a process that you have to get to through education and applying and stepping out step by step to get there. And so if I was to go all the way back to kind of, I suppose, speaking to someone who's new to this and actually thinks, oh, could mind body be what this is that I think it's really important at that stage to educate yourself about mind body and about kind of mind body illnesses. I read a book by Alan Gordon called The Way Out, and that was one of the books back in 2022 that changed my life, along with a book by a book called, oh, what's it called again? I always forget the name of this book, it's awful. Rocksteady, that's it, Rocksteady by Joey Remedy. That was a really good book as well, and it just spoke about mind body illnesses and what they are, where they come from, around fear, around anxiety, how we see ourselves, our childhood, how our brain processes things, etc. And I was like, whoa, is that really what this is? Is this a mind-body illness? Am I creating the symptoms through fear? Am I creating these symptoms through anxiety? And then what I did then is I looked at my life, and I could actually piece together what they're saying has caused this, and thought, actually, this could actually be the cause of why I'm getting these horrible sensations. And so, and then after that, when I started to believe the process, in terms of me not thinking that something was wrong with my ears or something was wrong in my eyes, when I started to believe the process, I stopped doing all the silly things I was doing gradually. Like with vestibular migraine, doctors will tell you to stop eating salty food, to drink loads of water, and just to do certain exercises. I used to do this thing where I would like put my fingers on my neck, and I would put my head back, and I'd put my legs up, and I'd do these weird things to try and help my vestibular to get better. And all of these things, really, I was doing out of fear. I was doing it because I wanted to get better there and then, and I made it kind of a religious thing to do. I was constantly doing it at certain times of the day, etc. And what I didn't know is that all I was doing was feeding the fear engine and creating more symptoms. And I was also stopping symptoms by telling my brain that me not having this salty food would stop the symptoms. So it's all kind of me training my brain to react a certain way. I was either making it more fearful, or I was doing things and my brain was attaching onto it, and it was firing neurons, etc. And my brain, my processing had completely changed. I was rewired to be how I made myself to become. And so yes, what I want to say is, one of the things I think it's important to do is just to educate yourself on what mind-body illnesses are, and then to believe it. And so once that belief system is in place, like you believe in the process, you can start the journey into healing. And so, yeah, I wanted to share that because I know how important it is for me to kind of step back myself and look at how I'm speaking to you. I mean, if you look at my first video on YouTube, you will see that this was a few years ago when I found out about mind body. I was so excited and I really wanted to share the knowledge that I had found out. And I was like, I just need to share. And in the background, you could hear my kids because I was like, oh my gosh, this is working. This was weeks and months just after I started to get better. And so, you know, I want you to get to that stage where you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually true. And then, you know, 2024 now, and you know, sometimes I get symptoms, but the way how I am, I can deal with it. Rarely I'll get them, and they will not stay around. You know, as I've mentioned before, like when it's my time of the month, I will sometimes feel a bit like, whoa, but then I'm like, okay, I know what's happening now, and then I'll deal with it. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I'm okay. I am okay. And guess what? It goes. Not like how I used to be in 2021, 22. What's this? Oh my God, what's going on? You know, panic, sheer panic, not stepping out with faith, not stepping out and doing anything. And so I want you to get to that place, and you can get to that place, and I'm going to help you get to that place. And so, again, if anyone wants my support, I do offer one-to-one coaching, and I really want to help you get to that place where I got to, which has led me to where I am now. And so, yes, that's my short take on today. I wanted to just get that out of my mind because I'm very conscious that I want to ensure that for people that are just learning about mind body, which has been mentioned to them, that just understanding what it is and educating yourself will be really mind-blowing for you. So yes, anyway, have a lovely day and speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.